to My Brain, My Heart, Sports Talk with Mike. How's your day going? Mine went fantastic. Thanks for not asking. Some big news out of the National Hockey League. Ryan Getzlaf, he signed on for 8 more years in Anaheim for $66 million, which works out to be $8.25 million annually. Congratulations, Ryan. I like when players re-sign with the teams that drafted them. That's something I can appreciate. So good job on you. Today it's a segment called What I Don't Get. I'm going to go across the 4 major sports, and I'm going to let you know what I don't get just today, what I was feeling. First off, we'll start off in the National Football League, where some small news. James Harrison was released by Pittsburgh Steelers. I hope Broncos find a way to pick him up, make room for him. I like that guy. What I don't get is Richard Sherman's comments. When he says that Roddy White is an easy matchup, does that guy not know that over the last 6 years, on an average, Roddy White has about 1,400 yards on average, and he has almost 50 touchdowns. So by him just saying it's an easy matchup, I want him to go into depth. What makes him so easy to you then? Just you made the comments were so bland that it's just you can just say that to irk somebody. You have no facts to really back that up. I have facts. 1,400 yards average over the last 6 years with almost 50 touchdowns. Yeah, those are facts. He's not an easy matchup guy. The other comments about Darrelle Revis and that little beef going on. Richard Sherman, if you weren't on the Seahawks, they still make the playoffs. Now, Revis was injured. If he was on the team, I think he brings an intensity level that garners them another win or 2. He makes the Jets better. Seahawks are still good with or without you. So, in that aspect, I'm going to go with Revis on that one. Now, there's 2 reasons why Sherman made these comments. One, he wants to motivate himself, give himself confidence, and if that's exactly what he's doing a bang-up job. The other, and this is the one that I believe is going on, he's making these comments to get under the skin of his of the opposition. And what the opposition then does, when they come into a game, they want to outshine Sherman. They want to do everything in their power to get a touchdown, to make a fantastic play. But what ends up happening is they make a mistake. And Sherman, he's going to reap the benefits. He's going to get an interception for a fumble, and that's what he's doing. He's getting under their skin to create these mistakes and kind of do his thing. And that's perfect. So you get an A++ for rattling the cages, but you get an F because you got shit to back it up, man. Moving over to the NBA, where Dwight Howard, here's some more comments about you saying that nobody would want the players on your ex-teammates from the Orlando Magic. Now you tried to back it up, saying that the media misinterpreted what you said and got all misconstrued, but the problem is, you're the one that made those quotes, you said those words, you didn't follow up. You said you were waiting for a follow-up question, but Dwight, if you are going to make those comments, you got to give some facts. If you were going to say something like nobody wanted them to succeed, to prevail, to win over all the circumstances and controversy going on in Orlando. If you would have said that, then that makes sense. But the way that you just left it, man, that doesn't work at all. At all. You've lost the war, dude. And I just looked a little bit briefly. You have Ryan Anderson, who is consistently getting better. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's putting up about 16 points per game, about 12 to 13 a year or 2 ago. So nothing wrong with that guy. Jameer Nelson, he's definitely a good guy to have around for leadership. He moves the ball around very well, actually. So who wouldn't want him? You got Earl Clark. In his short time there, he put up 12 points per game. He's now over with the Lakers, and he's putting up 12 points per game. I can't see why any team wouldn't want that. Then you had your leadership. You had Quentin and Jason Richardson. You had Rashard Lewis and Vince Carter. Now, all of those players have a chance. Well, they would be on. Any other team would want to have them. And on half the NBA teams, 1, 2, or 3 of them could actually be starters. So Dwight, I'm going to give you an F across the board just because of your comments. What's going to happen is, do you not know that any team that you go to, because you're not staying with the Lakers, if you go to Dallas or Atlanta, they might like you there because it gives them a chance to win, but on an individual basis, the players aren't going to want you as a teammate because how are they going to feel? What if you go somewhere else? That's something that you got to look at, man. Moving on to the Major League Baseball. Now, I know this happened back in the fall there, but it still got me quite irked. That's my word for the day, irked. Steven Strasburg was sat by Davey Johnson and the Washington Nationals. Now, the problem I have with that is, as a manager, it is your duty, it is your job to put the best team together to win it all. Now, Strasburg, he pitched about 160 innings, had almost 200 strikeouts. That guy would have made you guys better. And I know that you guys were looking at long-term his health, and that I can understand, but I understand that you want to keep him healthy, but don't you want to win the championship, the World Series? And that's the goal. From the start to the end, that's the goal. And by you taking him out, that kind of defeats the purpose of going all out for it. And that's why I believe you kind of gave up on that then. If Strasburg was in the lineup, if he was pitching, you guys would have beat the Cardinals. Now, would you have beaten the Giants? No. I'm sorry. The Giants were destined to win the World Series. The stars were aligning for them. That's just how it goes. And that's my opinion. Your opinion better be the exact same thing. So with Strasburg out, it didn't help you guys' cause whatsoever. And now you get an A++ for keeping thinking about his long-term career and keeping him healthy. But again, you get an F just because you guys didn't go for it all. And I think you guys actually have jinxed yourself for the upcoming years. And he ends up signing with the Yankees and Mike Trout. That's what's going to happen. Mike Trout's going to go to the Yankees too. And Bryce Harper. I think just something's going to happen. I don't know. The Yankees need that young thing, so. Moving on to the National Hockey League, last but not least. What I don't get is why people want to take fighting out of hockey. Now, as a true fan, I understand the meaning of fights in hockey. The people who don't want fights in hockey are, one, the people that don't understand it, they just watch it casually and they think it's just a bunch of brutes fighting. Now, there's two reasons why we have an enforcer role in place. First reason is to protect the stars that are on the ice. Without the enforcer, what happens is that you're going to get a lot of injuries, you're going to get higher suspensions, and a lot of early retirements by players, because what happens is when a player's on the ice, no matter what, even if he's going for a big hit, in his mind, he's thinking, it may not be all the time, but most times they're thinking, alright, there's a big guy on the ice, there's a big guy there, I want to protect myself, I'm going to finish my check, I'm going to do it as cleanly as possible, because I don't want to get my ass handed to me. So that's a big thing. Without that enforcer in place, the superstars are going to get pushed around just by bigger guys. The enforcer is there to protect the stars and the little guys who are just a little bit, they can't handle themselves too well. And that's a perfect job. Would I like to have it? No, because there's some bigger guys than me. But it is one that we need in a hockey. Now, the second reason is if your team is down 1 or 2 goals, a fight gets a man's heart pumping, his adrenaline pushed to the max. And when that happens, you push, you skate harder, you fight along the boards harder, and you go for that goal. And that's what happens when a man sees a fight. And women too, some women, I don't know, maybe you guys like the, boom! Whatever floats your boat, right? But that happens, and that gives energy to a team. Now, I know fights cause injuries. There's studies. It's hard because the enforcers aren't playing as much as they want. 4 minutes average, 4 minutes average per game on ice. And then that probably gets hard, and I can definitely understand that. I get that. But if fighting causes injuries, do you know body checking causes injuries? You can't take body checking out of hockey. Stop trying to change the game. The thing is that fighting's been around hockey, body checking's been around hockey. Now, to make it safer, it's on the players. They can't do what Zach Ronaldo did and keep throwing punches when the guy's down. You don't do that. So it's all common sense. To really make the game safe, players have to take it into their own hands. And then the league needs to stay consistent on handing out suspensions. Now, you get an A+++ for not wanting to see injuries in hockey. You get an F for trying to change the game I love. Now, that is today's episode of What I Don't Get. I hope you enjoy your Friday night, or Saturday morning, or Sunday morning. I hope you watch it tonight, and then I hope you watch it again tomorrow morning. Now, this is episode 5 of My Brain, My Heart, Sports Talk with Mike. I'm gonna get drunk. Yes, I am. Also, Canada lost 14-4 to Italy in the World Baseball Classic. I should go pitch for you guys. Call me.